what's the status of our country right now in the field of forensic. And I would like to welcome our next speaker, Dr. Akhilesh Pathak, to speak on the topic current scenarios of
कोई
forensic
और है?
science in India.
ये तो कोई और है नहीं, कोई और है, अभी नहीं है हमारा।
Dr. Akhilesh Pathak is the head of the Forensic Medicine and Toxicology Department, AIMS, and have a total teaching experience of 20 years, mostly in the government of Gujarat. He's publishing an indexed international journal, IRPMS, in capacity of editor-in-chief, and he has also published a book, Practical Record Book of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology. He currently holds the position of chairman in many committees in AIMS, Patinta, and he's also a member of Ethic Committee and coordinator of Medical Education Unit, AIMS, Patinta. So I would like to welcome you, sir, Dr. Akhilesh Pathak.
Thank you, Anju.
Thank you so much, sir.
Am I audible?
It's less audible. We can hear you, but it will be better if you can raise your volume.
Okay. Am I audible right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So good morning, dear friends. First of all, I would like to congratulate JEX Foundation to organize such a wonderful conference to inspire all of us. The first day of the conference was very good, and we have seen that all these speakers were eminent and having the highly experienced and share their knowledge and expertise in their field. My topic for today's presentation is current scenario of forensic science in India. And here are the learning objects. The first learning object of this presentation is what is the current scenario of forensic science in India? What the data says about it? Where is the maximum need of forensic experts? Why there is demand and supply gap in recruitment of forensic science experts in India? And what we can do for the improvement of the current scenario in India. So what is the current scenario of forensic science in India? Guys, I am having around 20 years of experience in forensic medicine and toxicology, and most of my work is related with the autopsy examination of different type of cases. But here I am going to talk regarding a different topic, that is the current scenario of forensic science in India, especially from the perspective of young aspirants who are enthusiastic and want to train themselves and deliver the best in their field. But how and where they can do this? So as we all know, there are few major areas for the job for the forensic science experts. First is as you all know, that these young forensic science experts, they can be recruited in the forensic science laboratories. Then in various investigative agencies like police, CID, CBI, Narcotics Control Bureau, etc. And definitely in field of cybercrime, in different private companies to protect for the protection of their data against the different type of cyber crimes. So as we all know that the police is the major investigating agency in India, but simultaneously they are having very poor knowledge regarding the collection and preservation of evidence from scene of the crime, and it further hampers the work of forensic science laboratory and judiciary. So as we can see that there may be the different reasons for that, but the common reasons, whatever I have seen and whatever I have noticed during my practice of forensic medicine, that forensic science team is only available in the city area, major city areas, and you can see that only 1 or 2 persons are available to cover all the areas of the forensic science. So I would like to quote the one slide of Dr. Aman, who told that the 24 घंटे बारिश में लटका रहा शव FSLR ने पर उतारा. So Dr. Aman has showed that there is a paucity of the forensic team in various areas to handle the different type of crimes, and people cannot reach on time and because of there are lots of problems are there. Dr. Aman has also emphasized on the quality of the manpower available at the source. And you can see that to collect the various type of samples, different type of experts are required, but they are not available in the forensic team, and only 1 and 2 persons, they are doing the all kind of the job. So all areas like the fingerprint, DNA, sample collection, blood stain pattern analysis, they are opening on all kind of the cases of the burns, poisoning, hanging. So they are dealing with all, only 1 or 2 persons they are there to deal with the all kind of the cases. And we can see that the many crimes, since there are so many crimes and so much versatility in the modus operandi of the crime, so even we require more need of skilled and multifaceted forensic specialists in India. Here we can see that if we are not able to collect the proper sample from the scene of crime, if the sample is poor, then no lab can produce the better results. And already the results will be poor quality, and that will create a poor evidence, and finally it will lead to the poor justice or injustice. Sorry. So what this data says now about the forensic science in current scenario, you can see the forensic science, it is a multidisciplinary subject and with around 50 different subspecialties. There are around 46 different universities and colleges which are offering different master degrees in forensic science in different areas. And around 5,000 students, they are coming out with different type of forensic science degrees and courses in different branches. So on one side, we can say that the more and more students are coming out with the degrees, while on the contrary, if we will study the data of the different areas, then we can see that the posts are lying vacant in the various forensic science laboratories, and there is a huge demand of the forensic science experts in the investigations to improve the current situation and to deliver the right justice. What government is doing here? So somebody can say that it is a job of government to provide the job to the various young aspirants. So the government is also trying to improve the current situation in the India, and already the National Forensic Sciences University Bill 2020 has been passed in Parliament. The central government is also planned to establish 5 more forensic science universities in India with an idea for the capacity building in the field of forensic science and to promote the research. The bill declares the university. These universities will be of an institution of national importance, and they will be equal to the other central institutes like AIIMS, IITs and IIMs. And in the same line, already the Gujarat Forensic Science University and National Institute of Criminology and Forensic Science, they have converted into the National Forensic Science University already. So guys, be ready for the different types of jobs in the universities, but you should be competent enough to get a job in these universities. So one side we can see that there is a huge demand of the forensic science experts, and on the other side we can see that the lot of more and more young aspirants, they are coming out with the degrees and training courses. Then where is the gap? Why these guys cannot be absorbed into the mainstream? Why this gap is there? And what can be the possible reason for this? So these things were discussed last year in a conference which was there organized by the Home Ministry for establishment of these all central universities. I was a part of that, and in that a few reasons were discussed, and the majority of the faculty, they were on the point that the majority of the colleges who are giving the degrees of forensic science to the students without any hands-on training, and in the absence of proper training, these students, they are not eligible to clear the examination process as well as the recruitment. The second reason was we found that accreditation agencies, they are not there in India, and hence the mushrooming of unaccredited forensic science colleges are there, which are producing the large numbers of forensic science experts with lack of actual training. So the hands-on training or actual training must be there with the teaching and other facilities. So where is the maximum need of these forensic science experts? If you will go into the foreign countries, you can see that if there is any crime happens at any place, then a forensic team goes to that place, and there are different persons are there in that team, and they do their job. But in India, the scenario is somewhat different. So crime scene investigation is the most important area where the need of a team of forensic science expert is required. The maximum requirement of forensic expert is in police and other investigating departments like CID, CBI, and CBN, etc. And here these young forensic experience can be absorbed. So these recommendations were found there that the whole forensic team expert or forensic science expert should be available to collect and preserve the various evidence at scene of crime. If the evidences are properly collected and preserved, then only the lab professionals will be able to produce the good results. Otherwise, no. And that will further hamper the administration of justice. So guys, proper collection, proper preservation and dispatch of the sample is the most important thing to get a good result from the forensic science laboratory. And how we can improve the current scenario? The students should have proper knowledge of the particular field with a training in a accredited lab. At the time of recruitment, academic credentials, they should be counted with the practical experience and trainings. And during this discussion, we found that there is a lot of problems in the recruitment rules also. So how it is? If you will go into the police academy and if you will try to find out the recruitment rules of the police, then you can see that only 12 pass in any discipline or equivalent person is eligible for a constable post or a constable post. And these guys are finally, they become the forensic science expert. They are after taking some small training in the computer or somewhere. Yes. Okay. Okay. So here the extra marks should be given to a person who is having a degree of forensic science, and his expertise should be taken by the establishment of a complete setup for collection, preservation, and dispatch of the evidence to forensic science laboratories. So recruitment, until unless we are not changing the recruitment rules, then these guys cannot be taken up into the mainstream. Recruitment of forensic science experts in the police department, in other investigative agencies, it can create a huge employment to them, but we have to change the recruitment rules in that. In recruitment rules, if you will see in forensic science laboratories also, then also any person from any science stream can apply for the post. There is no extra advantage to forensic science person who are having a degree and a training in that area. So here where the recommendations are, my recommendation is that there should be a mobile van for forensic experts in each district, which can be helpful in proper sampling and preservation of evidence. And there is an urgent need of accreditation of the all forensic science colleges in India. Hands-on training must be there for the students and experience. The recruitment rules should be changed to accommodate more and more expert hands. And lastly, what I would like to request to the various associations of forensic science that a proper representation to the government should be done to highlight the various issues which are hampering the investigation on one hand, and on the other hand, the system is not able to take the benefits of these young forensic experts. Thanks once again to the organizers of this conference, and participants and delegates of National Summit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really an insightful talk. So we know that forensic science has become a trend now, and more people, students are joining the course. And we cannot even neglect the fact that there are poor practical training in some areas and in some institutes. So, but I hope the new bill passed on forensic science will give us more opportunities, and as well as a platform for already passed out students in forensic science for getting some practical knowledge in this area. So thank you so much, sir, and thank you for your time.